Hello, we're live. I didn't put a lot of reminders out there, so I don't know how many people are going to show up today, but welcome to those that come. If you're watching the replay, just you can fast forward. I'm going to show some happy mail, then we'll talk a bit, and then I'll be doing some stuff. You can fast forward to where you want to be watching. And if you're in chat, say hello. If you want to talk to me and have me see it, or a better chance of me seeing it, put it in uppercase, and hopefully I'll see it there. Thought I had my volume off. Hey, Dede, look, I'm going to show some of your happy mail. Fun stream today, as usual. Did Denise get there yet? Hopefully she arrives safely. Looking forward to your impromptu this weekend. So my room is still a mess. It's probably going to be the last room that gets organized. Hey, Leona, woohoo! Can you guys hear me okay? Sounds okay? All right, so I'll just start with the happy mail, and as people come in, she had to make a trip home. Oh, okay, she was doing a trip back Friday. Okay, so this is so I want some happy mail from Dede, and make sure the address is not showing. And I had 3 happy mails show up all at once, so that was kind of a happy day for me. Hi, Anne. I tried to find you today. Were you not streaming today, Anne? I feel like I missed you completely, and then I couldn't find your stream, so I don't know. Anyway, so this is a cool postcard that Dede made. She did a gel printing background, and then she used some, I think it was Collage, no, Pour Toast books, some stamps to do a cool collage. And I love how Dede puts varnish on her pieces. It just really melds it together. So that's going to go up in my art room for sure. And then the other piece of happy mail that I received from Dede at the same time, and I just got this, like, was it last week, Dede? Bam! We got some Valentine's Day stuff. The postmark was, it was a February giveaway, but then postmark in Atlanta was May. So I don't know. It's interesting how that, well, that's part of my old address. So I'm not really doxing myself because I don't live there anymore. So she made, in February, she did these cool little kits for doing a Valentine's Day tag. And the I know why I kept this, because the side of the envelope had totally, oh no, that's the wrong envelope. That wasn't the right envelope. That envelope, this envelope, the side of it was totally split open, and it wasn't postmarked May, it was postmarked February. No, I think I messed up. I switched envelopes because the other envelope was so ripped that I threw it out. The side was like totally open. So look at all the stuff that she includes in some of her giveaways. The little white beady things were totally crushed, though. I think it got stuck in their machines. I think that's why it took so long. So that's going to be fun. I don't think I'll wait till next February to do something with that. And then the third giveaway I got was from May, and she included one of the jelly prints that she made, which is super cool. And then this honeycomb plastic thing she got from the baking section that we're going to use on the gel plate at some point. A doily, you can always use that. And then some images from the Catherine Anderson books. And they're both very cool images. So hopefully we'll use those at some point. I think my favorite's this one with the balloon. So thank you, Dede, for all the giveaways you do and how generous you are with everybody. Hello, Random Esports. Yeah, the honeycomb's cool, hey? Actually, we can probably use that in our technique today. We're going to be doing some sanding. We can use that as well. That'd be good for frottage, for sanding, for jelly plating. Hi, Diane. So I'm sounding okay, video quality is all right. Random. Anne says random. Da, 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 da. Did I miss Anne's answer? I'm not sure. All right, and then I got some happy mail from Lisa Mingus. I thought this was really cute. It says, enjoy the new house. And then it opens up, and then she put, like, this is our happy place, some cool washi, and then this is actually a pocket. So Lisa Mingus has a YouTube channel called, I think it's called Making It with Minglet. So there's a cute little tag that she made. And it kind of makes it look like a chimney too, which I think is kind of cool. She made this with jelly prints. And then this little flip up envelope here. Oh, I didn't notice there's little tags in here as well. A little booklet, a little booky thing. And then home. That's cute. And then this is an envelope. So I think it's like sort of one of the envelope journals that a lot of people have been making. So that's Lisa's, Lisa Mingus. Hi, Apple. Hi, Teresa. And then Lisa also sent me some magazine pages to try to do a transfer with. I don't know it's what the magazine, it's a very large size magazine. Looking at the paper, I'm not sure if the ink is glossy enough to do a transfer. But even if it's not transferable, I think it's very cool. And we can use some of it today too in our sanding experiments. So she sent me these cool images. Thank you very much, Lisa. I really appreciate it. I'll put that aside. Maybe we'll get some of those out in a bit. And then lastly, yeah, very large magazine. Lastly, Darcy Sanders asked if she could send me some of her stencils to use. And I said, yes, of course, please do. She said, which ones do you want to try? And I already have some of her stencils. So I asked for the Chasing Chevrons, because this was on my wish list. So that's pretty cool. I think she has a machine where she can cut samples of her stencils herself. So I don't have that luxury. So I actually don't have my stencil designs for June, my stencil design for June. I'll try to pull it up and show you guys. So that's going to be fun. These are the 8x10 size. And then the other one that I requested was the forest floor. And I thought that would be really pretty. It actually looks bigger than Vogue, Anne. It's like quite a large size. So if Lisa shows up, we'll ask her where those are from. So this one's cool. And then she sent me some, I think this was to keep the envelope from bending, but some cool painty papers and some fun pages for junk journals. So check out Darcy Sanders. Her YouTube channel is Misadventures. Oh gosh, I should check. Misadventures in Mixed Media. Hi, Sandra. And then some cool checks. I'll just tell you guys a check story. This is bad. Oh, I love that. That's the Oriental lattice. That gold is just so yummy. This looks like a long haul piece. And then a cool tag with a wolf on it. A little note. And then some more painty papers. So that's very fun. Thank you, Darcy, for sharing that with me. So I was at Colleen and Kathy Berg's stream. I think it was on Colleen's stream yesterday, and she was they were doing that sanding technique where you use a stencil and you put a piece over top of it, and then you do some sanding. So I'm just going to show you, and it's a really cool technique. I thought we could play with different ways of using it, and I think Kathy Berg used an old jelly print, like from a magazine transfer. Sometimes you end up with a print that's just like all black. So she did that. Hi, Barbara Clark. So actually I had a cutting board I was going to use as a backdrop. Where did I put it? I'll be right back. La la la. Oh, where did I put it? Huh. Oh, there it is. It's on the floor. On the floor in the closet. You know, where else would it be, right? Okay. So I'm going to use that because it's going to be a little bit messy, and then I can just kind of like just put that in the garbage. So it's very simple. You use a sanding block. I've got one of these craft ones, so I think that should work. There's also nail files you can use. I think this one's a little bit too small. They had a Scotch one, which was cool. Hi, Silji. Okay, so let's just do, and then I was reminded too, Eddie Makes Art. He did a video a couple months ago where he did I think it was National Geographic pages. He did sanding. So I can't remember if he combined it with jelly printing or not. So if he comes in today, we'll ask him. So I'm just giving that some sanding. And I don't want to go onto the Yupo because I don't want it to get sanded. Actually, I could probably put a scrap piece of paper underneath there maybe, so I don't scratch the stencil. I think we should do that. And now I've moved, so it's not going to match up, but that's okay. And then the other thing I thought we could try would be and I don't remember if Eddie did that, is jelly printing before, and see, look at that, before or after. And then I think you want to kind of wipe down the dust, get the dust off of it. So that makes some good collage papers. Let's do another one. I wanted to, with this forest floor one, I thought it'd be cool to actually do a forest. So that one, I thought that would be neat. So let's do that. And then we'll try some with some jelly prints. So hopefully this is nice ASMR for you and not like nails on a chalkboard. I thought it'd be cool to layer the patterns of the sanding with some jelly printing. So I'm trying to hold the page in place so I get like a complete design. So that is also from a National Geographic. So credit to Kathy Berg, Colleen, the Scrap Chick, CK Art, and Eddie Makes Art. Hey, Darcy. I'm getting inky. We're using some of your stencils. I'm going to bring that up a bit. It doesn't really show. I think it works best on like darker papers. But I think what we could do is we could gel print the stencil back onto there. I think that would be kind of cool. So I'll put that aside there. Let's do a dark one. So this was one of the failed prints from last week that I wasn't very happy with. So I think that would be cool. Let's do the chevrons. Or what if we do the honeycomb? Where should I put the honeycomb? The honeycomb in the middle? Is this going to be one of those days where I put things down and they just go wherever? Dede, where did I put that plastic honeycomb you sent me? Hi, Chiquita. I thought I kept it here. Am I losing my mind? Okay, I guess we'll use it when it shows up. Oh, the other thing I forgot to show is I found these metallic paints at the dollar store, and they actually, I swatched them out. They're actually quite nice if you're looking for some cheap metallic watercolor. Anyhow, let's get back to sanding. So this has just black acrylic paint and maybe some layers. So I don't know if we have to sand more. Maybe this layer of paint is too thick. Yeah, I think that's too thick. Let's try something else. This is a print we did last week, and it has the oil pastels. So I'll just give it a bit more muscle. This is a workout. Ugh. Whew. Oh, sweating. Let me try this nail file. Maybe this is coarser. So this is the chevrons under here. And we got the oil pastel as the squiggly lines that we did last week. Oh, gosh. That is a workout. Hi, Kristen. Darcy's saying that copy paper doesn't sand well. So maybe when Kathy Berg used the magazine transfer pages that had ink on it, it worked a bit better. But we did get something there. So that's all right. I thought we would do an experiment too. I might have to go get more baby wipes, but I found some magazine images that I thought we could do an experiment. I thought I could cover one of these with just black paint from the gel plate and then just do sanding on one of them. So let's just do let's just do a thin layer of black on this, let it dry, and then we'll try sanding it and see how it looks. So I went ahead and I bought this ivory black, but I'm not familiar with its consistency yet. So should we use purple? Let's use purple. Elbow grease. All right, so let's just do some purple on here. And we'll let it dry while we're sanding. Oh, I found look what I found. Of course. I'm gonna put it on top here so I don't lose it again. All right. So I'm just gonna do just a solid print, but not, or a solid layer, just not too thick. So I have not been in my art room since last week when I streamed. There's a little gunk. I had a story I was going to tell you guys. Oh, speaking of checks. So yesterday I wrote some checks to deposit into my own account, and I accidentally grabbed one from the checkbook that was void, and I accidentally deposited that. Isn't that wonderful? Through the drive-through banking. And then you can get the receipt that has all of the check images. So I looked at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I deposited a void check. So I went into the bank and I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this. Is there going to be a fee? She said, well, there could be a fee, but I'll put a note. And if there is a fee, you can maybe come in and ask to be refunded. I was like, oh gosh. Okay, so let's just put this on here. And since it's June and it's Pride Month, I thought, oh, we can use this nice rainbow flag picture. Let's get a little bit, I'm gonna let that on there so it picks up a bit more. Okay, so let's let that sit for a bit, and then let's do the other half, the magazine page here. And I'm just going to, this isn't a dark color, so I'm not sure how, what's the word? Oh, I meant to put that, the black on top. So that's kind of cool. Fortunately, I'm getting my stencil messy. Darcy, sorry. Let me just give that a wipe. So that's option 1. Hello, Agnieszka. Nice to meet you. Sanding frottage, yes. So can you guys see that? So that's kind of cool. Gives it like some dimension. All right, let's pull this. So there. We're gonna let that dry before we try sanding it. And let's put this print back on the other one and see, but just the line work of it. Let's do black this time. We'll do Mars black. And there'll be a bit of purple on it. That's probably too much. And I can sort of feel a little dust in the air, so maybe when you're sanding, you might want to wear a mask. Okay, so we're going to do this. And then I got this piece here. This is steak paper with gold. Let's put the gold down. So this is my first time trying this. So I'm no expert. We're just playing. Oh, Diane. Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because I had written 4 checks and I deposited 4 checks, but the one check that I meant to deposit, I hadn't ripped off of the little booklet. So I just grabbed the 4 checks that were on the table. And one of them was a void check that was in the booklet that I should have shred the first time. It was kind of a bad day yesterday because I got some news about the fridge. Fridge has a leak, so they have to like pull the whole fridge out. Ooh, I like that. Look at that, Darcy. That's cool. So that's the chevron. What's it called? I lost the paper. Chasing chevrons. That's very tribal. I like it. And there's still some in there. So let's put it. What if we put it on this one? See if we can get a bit more. Yeah, it was pretty dry. Didn't really do much. Just a smidge on there. We'll try a little bit more on there after. So I'm going to take this up and I'm going to put this down, and I'm hoping it doesn't all line up. So this is the paper that we already did some sanding. So we should get 2 layers of texture now. So we have the black layer over top, but underneath you can see a bit of that white texture from the previous sanding. So I think that's pretty cool. I like it. All right. Let's pick this up. with, I don't know what. Let me just put this, and then we'll try sanding this because it's almost dry. I still have my paints out from last time. What if we do like an ombre? We'll do green, olive green. Oh, and I just bought this paint, this primary cyan. It's really windy outside. Can you guys hear that wind? It's crazy. Usually I turn it so that I'm brayering towards me and away from me, but I don't have a lot of desk space. I can't wait to get my regular streaming set up. Ooh, I like the color combo. Ooh. Ah. Let's grab some paper. So Random Esports, do you have, I don't know what your name is. Do you want to give us a name we can call you by? Random says Home Depot is going to get a bunch of people in their stores looking for sanding paper now. And Kathy and Colleen, they had these cool yellow sanders with, they're like mini sanders, and they looked really, really good to use. So we're going to let that dry, and then we'll pull it. Okay, and then we're going to try to sand on top of this. Should we use a different pattern, or should we try the chevrons just to see the difference? Let's use this leafy pattern. I think that would be cool. Judge Level, when I ask you a question, welcome, James. When I ask you a question and then I answer the question. All right, now let's see how this works. This is just barely dry. I'm just going to go one direction because I'm finding that if I try to go multiple directions, the paper bunches up. Okay. So we're getting to the color underneath, which I think looks cool. So we're sanding off the acrylic paint, and we're getting the color and a bit of the white from the paper. So again, I want to shout out Kathy Berg, CK Art Colleen, and Eddie Makes Art. And I'm sure there's other people who've done this technique as well. Darcy, I guess, has done it. I must have missed that. And I don't know if I mentioned, you can get Darcy's, these stencils I'm using, the Darcy's designs, you can get them at PM Artist Studio's website. Hi, Carla. If you can see me right now, my face is turning red. Like this is a workout. All right, so there we have that one. Let me wipe my hands. Diane says she did this years ago with rubbing plates. Cool. I'm just taking off the excess sanding material. So here we have two different ways. We have sanded and then stencil design over top. And here we have a layer of paint and then sanding the paint away to reveal the colors. So I like both of those. This would make a cool, like, abstract landscape, I think, here, this part. So Carla, why are you disassembling an old ceiling fan? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, speaking of rubbing plates, let's try the honeycomb one that Dede sent me. I'm just going to pull this one first. So here's the cleanup pull we did of the chevrons using the olive green and the cyan. I could have done a bit better in this section. I think sideways doesn't work for me. I should have just moved it sideways and then it would be better. So that's kind of pretty. All right. So let's do the honeycomb. That one. Let's see. Here's another. This is another National Geographic magazine. I think the dark colors work really well with this sanding technique. Interesting. I'm just getting the dots. Do I have it the right way? I do. That's weird. I'm not really getting the honeycomb. I'm just getting dots. We keep going. Oh, there we go. Here comes the honeycomb. I feel like I'm going to go through the paper where all the dots are. So I will link Eddie's video where he did sanding, and I'll link Colleen and Kathy's video from yesterday. So that's kind of cool. It almost looks like stars. Interesting that the middle section come up first. Yeah, it does look like chicken wire. What we could do is we could maybe do another one. So I would just rip this bottom part off. I would rip this. All right. If we do like an image transfer and then see what we can do. So I'd like her. Let's do her. And then we'll pick it up on this red paper that we had left over from last time. I don't really like this white part there. There. I'm going to cut the edges so I just know where the edge of the picture is. Hey, Leona. Thanks. Yes, please share, like, subscribe. I should maybe announce that I feel very, very fortunate, thanks to all of you, that my channel actually reached 10,000 subscribers, which is a bit shocking. I do hope to do a giveaway to celebrate soon. Let's try the ivory black. I haven't used that yet. Yeah, James, that's really a surprise. So I'll do a giveaway. We'll do a stream where we do some giveaways. I just, with moving, I'm just not really organized to do that yet. Now, did I warm up this plate or is the other plate? Yeah, this is the plate we use. So let's try it. So I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate people that come to live streams, people that, watch the replays. To me, I'm not as interested in gaining subscribers as I am getting people to come and watch my videos and to engage. To me, that's a more important metric. All right, so this is that ivory black. So we're going to put her on there. And hopefully my plate is warmed up enough that we'll get a good transfer. Thanks, everybody. Maybe that was too thick. It didn't really transfer. Let's wipe her off and we'll try her again. I'm not sure what magazine this is from, so it could be this magazine maybe isn't the right kind. So see, even I have trouble with transfers. That's my best. I think that's how I got to my subscribership, is from my one video on doing magazine transfers. I kind of like what's going on there. So let's just do this. And let's just go ahead and pick that up. Oh, Janet. Hi, Janet. Good to see you. I'm not the best at putting reminders out there. So maybe she's not one from a magazine that transfers. So we'll maybe try a different one. But I think that's still cool. That's still, we can still use that somehow. Let's just wipe that. Of course, all my baby wipes are downstairs. I just have this open container that is. Let's try again. Let's see. Maybe we can put her on this page. I'll just use my regular black. If it doesn't work with my regular black, then I know it's the magazine image and not the gel plate. Wipe off all that extra. So I bought some ivory black. Apparently it's more of a, is it more transparent? It's more of a brown black, I think. Okay, let's try that. I think I have a little bit of the ivory black on there as well as the black. And we'll do some more sanding. So we'll see. I don't know if this is going to work. Could be the magazine's not the right type. If that's true, then we'll move on to a different image. But we can always do the sanding on this image. That's a funny picture. The heart. Is it a heart with glasses? Yeah, I think it's the image. So let's let that fill up with the paint. I don't have a laser printer, CLJ, so I don't have a lot of experience with that. You can check out, I have done some laser transfers using laser prints sent to me by Kim Art Studio. But any laser prints that I have gotten printed at the print shop, they didn't work for me either. So you can check PM Artist Studio. I know Froyle did a good segment about that. Okay, let's get something we know transfers. For me, National Geographic doesn't transfer well. Let's try a collage soup image. This from this book. I usually don't have trouble with these transferring. What if we put this cat in this forest? I think that would be kind of cool. I do find with this paper though that I do need to use, it works a bit better with the liquid. So I'm just going to let that dry on there. Waste not, want not, and all that. And I'm just going to wipe this up. Yeah, so I know Eddie Makes Art does laser transfers, and he somehow has a good copy shop that does good images. I don't think it has to do with the toner, but also the paper. So it could be that when I got my laser prints from the copy shop, maybe the paper just wasn't very good. Maybe if you bring a good quality paper in. but I haven't really experimented a lot with that. So I do hope one day to get a laser printer and do my own images. I think that would be fun. The other nice thing about the Collage Soup books is that they are copyright free, so you can use it in your art. So let's use black, and we're going to try to get this to transfer, and then we'll put it on that background. Hey, Rosemary. Good to see you. Lydia, I can see. Hi, Gina. Gina's painting with her art whale metallics on black paper. Cool. All right, I'm going to get a different brayer off sheet. So this is this first brayer off sheet, which we can use someday, somehow. Okay. I'm going to give this a good shake. Gina has beautiful roses her friends gave her. She wants to try to paint from life. Well, that's nice. Now I'm going to have to be pretty quick with this because I want to do a direct transfer onto this paper. I don't want to do, usually I let it dry and then I pick it up with another color, but I'm going to try to put it directly on this, this magazine page here. Hi, Lydia. Welcome to everybody that has come into chat to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Now this paint does dry quickly, so we're gonna have to move quickly. You want it fairly thin, and it could be one of those days where maybe transfers don't work for me, because usually they work pretty good. There we go. That's a good one. All right, let's see if it's wet enough to pick up on here. See if we can get Kitty in the forest. I'll just try to do that. Now I want to let it dry so that it goes onto that paper. I feel like there's some bubbles in here. See right there, there's a bubble. So I don't know if it's going to pick up that image. So that's what we're going for. But I feel like the bubble in the middle, we might have to use our matte medium trick. I think that's going to be kind of cool. It'll be like a transparent cat. I don't know if everybody saw Dede's awesome Alice in Wonderland collage she did. She used images from Collage Soup. Oh, I don't remember the name of that book, but it's the one that has a lot of like Alice type of images. So I just use that to pick up the side. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I put that on without too many bubbles. Let's see. Well, it looks pretty good. All right. I like it. Me likey. Here, I'll just put it on here so you guys can see it. So this is a combination of a National Geographic page that we did the sanding using Darcy's stencil of Forest Floor. And then we did an image transfer with a direct pickup using that image from Collage Soup. I like it. I like it how he's sort of transparent. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I should paint his eyes in though. Should we give him some gold eyes? Let's give him some gold eyes. And then you should be able to use this again. So we can try, even though I didn't wipe it, in theory, you should be able to use it again. Do you guys want me to color the eyes in gold? Let me get, would this work, this one? Is this a yellow gold? This is kind of like a greeny gold. Yes, gold eyes, okay. We'll just do that. This is just an acrylic metallic marker, an old one. It's not my super awesome Krylon one that I like better, but because I don't know where that one is right now. So that's kind of cool. And then we can maybe make the highlights a little bit whiter using our white Posca pen. There's this one here. Add that. And we'll give them like a little extra shine. There. So there's our invisible Cheshire cat. I like it. Hey Mikey, he likes it. I thought I saw a putty tat. Hi Christine. And I think that looks good on the red. I almost feel like gluing it. I think I'll glue that on there. And then I'll cut that out. I like that. I like that on the red. So we'll keep that together. Because I like how that's what I used to pick up the edges. So it kind of like continues. Hi, Lena. All right. Let's do... So if you're coming in, we did some sanding. We did some paint and sanding. And then we did some sanding and then added paint. We're using like Darcy Sanders chevron stencil. What's it called? Can't remember. Chasing Chevrons and Forest Floor. This is Forest Floor. So what if we add to this one, like how this one had a light background, we added black. What if we add white? Something foresty, and we add white on top of that. Let's find an image that would look cool. Cool. It doesn't have to be a whole image. This would be kind of neat on there, would it? I don't know. I don't know. One of the things I like about this book is that all the pictures are black and white. Oh, here we have another. We could do another Alice theme. What if we do her? Let's do her in white. But I don't know if I want her transparent. Because remember, it's only going to be, oh, there's another one. I think this would look better with a pickup color. These birds would look cool though, because they'll be all white. I think we'll do the birds. It's for the birds. Hi, Barbara Cabarra. Well, the other thing I was going to do is I thought this picture would look good with this this background. Oh, maybe we can fussy cut her out and put her on one of these backgrounds. We'll do that after. Okay. So let's do these birds in white, and we'll slap them on here. And okay. Get some white. So for that, I'm going to use this titanium white. We could also use gold. And again, we're going to do direct, so I got to be quick. I got to put this on right away. Give this a shake. And then that's the titanium white golden fluid. I just find for some reason the golden fluid for me works for image transfers using the Collage soup books. I'm not saying that the other paints don't. I mean, in fact, we could probably do a test of that. Okay, we want it fairly thin, but not too thin. And we want to hurry because we don't have a lot of time. Am I going to do Christmas in July? No. I'm lucky to do Christmas in December. Well, those are very, very faint. Let's just try to pick it up and see how it looks. Are you doing Christmas in July, Teresa? I know a lot of people do it. I feel like I'm going to wipe that off. I'm surprised I didn't get more of the birds. It is very dry in here. It's a very dry day. Just going to give those a little bit of a wipey do. And again, I don't know if I need to do this. I've heard different things that you don't need to wipe off the paint, or you do. I tend to, but then sometimes I just don't have time. Like this one, I didn't have time, but I think it should work again. But you'd have to let that dry for sure. For sure. All right, this is dry. Let's use the sanding on there while this one's drying. Okay, so let's do, I feel like chevrons would be good with this. Hi, Rhonda. We're doing some sanding and some jelly printing and just whatever works, whatever's happening. I'm gonna dry it a little bit more. I feel like it's not dry. Let me just plug in my heat gun for a second. Find an outlet. Ooh, okay. So this is Chasing Chevrons by Darcy Sanders. Darcy's Misadventures in Mixed Media. And then today we're also using her stencil Forest Floor. Using those today. She was very kind to send them to me. Let's try that again. Wow, that's really resistant. Whew. Let's try this one. That Mars black or ivory black doesn't seem to want to come off. Is it just me? Maybe I need something cushy under it. I don't know where that thing is though. Let's put more papers underneath. Let's see if that helps a little bit. If anybody has any other advice, I'm open. So this is a failed magazine transfer. This is the actual magazine page. Wow. There we go. It's finally coming. Oh. So check out Eddie's sanding video. He did some National Geographic books. I can't remember what else he did with them. I remember thinking it was cool and I wanted to try it, but I didn't have time to review it before I came on today. There we go. If we do half chevron and half forced A blowtorch, yeah. That would melt my stencil though. That is some sticky, thick paint. Like I just bought that ivory black. I haven't used it much. But this is like a workout. Oh my goodness. If you have sorry, I'm so close to the microphone. If you have sore shoulders or your hands get tired, doing the paint part might not be for you. Ugh. Oh gosh, I need a break. All right, Silgy, catch you later. So right now, hi View, I have to take Lucy across the street to go do her business because, oopsie, move that. We don't have any grass yet, so thankfully they put a park just across the street, so I do have a bit of greenery over there. All right, so that's not my favorite. I'm just gonna shake this off. So I don't know. This one's kind of wah. Hey, Linda. All right, this is a bit of that stuff on it. So the sanding, like Darcy said, definitely seems to be easier on the magazine pages than on the, here, let me just move this over here, than on acrylic surfaces, although it did work here very well, but maybe it's because we had a really thin layer of the acrylic paint. All right, so here we have our birds. Very, very faint. Don't know that I love that. I think I wasn't quite quick enough. But we could try it again. Where's my... This is dry. I should try it again. What I could do is put this underneath. Let's try it one more time. Or maybe in gold. Gold, metallics dry really fast. So this might not work. I think if I did this again, I think I would wear a mask because I feel like, I don't know if any of you that have done this sanding, if you guys feel like it caused you to taste the ink, I might just be sensitive to it. Let's see. Yeah, that's not working. I think that paint, yeah, that didn't really work. But I don't mind how this looks. It's kind of there. We could just go ahead and put it on, see what happens. Sometimes it looks more obvious on the camera than when I'm doing it. So we'll just stick it on. We'll see what happens. Wear a mask or do it outside. Yeah. It's not like super dusty. It's just like a faint sort of taste. Just leave that. Just leave that. Let that dry. So sometimes transfers work better than others. This one worked really good today. This one, not so much. All right. What if we put something on this though? Or should we spend time? Maybe we should fussy cut her out and put her on here. Kind of like how she's ripped. Let's rip her. It's sort of like a ripped image anyhow. And we'll cut out her face. Yeah, so when I try these techniques, sometimes I've done them before, sometimes I haven't. So today I hadn't done this before. So I'll learn things as I'm doing it that sometimes people will make comments, you should do this or that, and that's fine. I appreciate those comments. Sometimes I'm learning as I'm doing, so I'm fine to take constructive feedback in the comments. It's not a problem. If it's just mean though, then I might delete it, but I don't think I've ever, so far, knock on wood, I've never deleted a comment on YouTube. Maybe just like those spammy PORN sites. Don't seem to get those as much as we used to though, which is great. Those were kind of a pain in the patootie. So today we're going to end up with a few pages that are kind of like journal worthy, which is fun. Which is the whole point of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do use your jelly prints, use stuff. Use your stuff. All right, so do you guys think, I actually have two of this image, but do you guys like her on this one? Do that way. Do you guys like her here? Or do you like her on this one? I'll probably trim that down so it fits in my journal. So we'll say option A is on the forest floor background, and option B is on the combo of the chevron where I have sanding underneath and then the black paint over top. Which one do you guys like better? Option A, option B, B, B. All right, the B's have it. I feel like maybe ripping that part. I don't want it too crooked though. B, B, B. And then I did pull out the other thing that Kathy Berg used yesterday that I forget that I have is that cool sticker book, Sticker Nation. So we could do a Sticker Nation quote on here. So let's pull this. So that's the birds on the sanded National Geographic background. Not crazy. I'd probably draw on it, I think. Do something else, paint it out, do some reverse painting or something. All right, let's glue her down. Now, do I have glue? Glue, where be you? Where be you, glue? All right, let me find my glue. Here's my matte medium. Aha, there's my glue. Got some wax paper. I have limited space. So this image is from a magazine, so that's not copy. These aren't copyright free. So I would, I think it's, it's fine to use images for your personal journals, Just remember that if you're selling your art or selling prints of your art, it's not advised to use copyrighted material. All right, I need a glue stick. Oh dear. Glue stick. I should have made sure I had one out. Okay, I'm gonna run across the room. Uh-oh. If I glue that down, it's gonna be all... Okay, let's get more. We can't find our glue stick. Let's just use more glue. And then we'll have to flatten it. Don't know where my glue stick went. I'm looking forward to getting more organized, that's for sure. And I don't even have like a scraper. I have this. Kind of flatten it a little bit. Might have to re-glue parts of this down, but we'll get the gist of it. It might be a little wrinkly. That's okay. So ideally I would have like smushed the glue down with the glue stick to get rid of some of those wrinkles. B for 500, Alex. All right. Agnieszka, you might want to liven your go to, what's that called? Current time. And I don't know where my lid for that is. I'm just going to trim this. So this is a very simple collage. Mixed media collage using stencils, paints, sandpaper, all right, let's look at our sticker book. I have this one too. I like that one. I don't know any Alice quotes by heart. Okay. So I did pull out my Sticker Nation book. So one tip I have, if you have this book, is you can actually go in the back and it has all of the words, and then it has extra little quotes and stuff. The body is electric. I think that's cool. This looks very electric to me. So that's under, and this is alphabetical. So it should be under T. QRST. I haven't used a ton of these, so I should have it. The body is electric. Here it is. I believe this book is still available on Amazon. The body. Just gonna I'm gonna trim this down a little bit. Let's do electric here. Trim this down. Bye, Kristen. So that is a super quick collage page. And then this one we can glue down to, I'm just going to cut out the red part. So Dede mentioned in her stream today that we ordered a new bed. My husband and I, we ordered a split king adjustable bed. So like you have two twin XL beds that go side by side, and then they are adjustable. So you can let the head up, the feet up, etc. Well, only half of the base came. So I'm shorter. So I volunteered to take the mattress on the floor. You can put that. So I would glue that down. I'm going to wait till I find some glue, but that's the idea there. And does anybody know like an Alice in Wonderland quote we can use? Remember your roots. Lend a hand. I'm just looking at this book. There's also little speech bubbles too. A lot of these are very political. I'm not really a super political person. We could use this. Your idea is genius. Or luck may be random, but preparedness isn't. I don't know. I don't think I like any of those. Okay, so what else? Oh yeah, we're going to try to do something on here. I did notice in this cool, when I was looking through the National Geographic, I could put this on here maybe. We could rip out the middle. Just felt like playing today. I haven't really done any collage in a while. And watching Dede, I'm always inspired to do collage. Carly says, we're all mad here, but I think that's the Hatter. We're all mad here. Okay, we'll use that one. So I'm going to just put these random stripes on there. And I do have this tag that Darcy sent me. No, it's too blue. So Darcy, I showed your Happy Mail at the beginning. You have this weird face. This is from a National Geographic magazine. I just haven't really played and just glued in a while, and I was just craving doing that. I think that's kind of cool together. Maybe some gold, but let's put our quote on this one. We're all mad here. I feel like writing it on black, or I could write it here. We're all mad here. Hi, Star. That's okay. would please tell me which way I go from here. Interesting. I'll just put we're all mad here. I think that's simple. And I'm just going to do simple lettering, and then I'm going to outline it in black. We're all mad here, like that. You can't really see it yet, but once I outline it, it should be clear. And then I feel like I should do some more sanding. But I really wanted to finish some collage. I want to do something that was like a finished piece, you know? It doesn't matter if you don't like your writing. There's lots of different styles of printing, writing. You know, I could take more time and do a cooler font, but I just wanted to get her done. There we go. So I'll glue that into a journal. So you can see this is the, I've said this before, but for those coming in, I used the National Geographic, it was like a picture of a forest, and we sanded using Darcy's Forest Floor stencil over, like we put the page on top of the stencil and then used sanding to sand it. And then we did image transfer directly onto the plate, put this directly on there, and then we colored in his eyes. And that's kind of fun. And then this one, some rippy papers. We could do some cool gold doodles. There's a bit of gold like from that was left over from last week. We did some sanding on this paper, which gave it some extra texture, which kind of goes with that sort of mosaic there, right? I like that. I'm not going to glue it down yet. I might add more. This is the type of thing that I probably wouldn't put any words on. Carly says, the cat also said, I'm not crazy. My reality is just different than yours. That's cool. All right. And then we have this one, which we have the sanding underneath on the magazine paper. And then we have the stencil put on in black. All right. What else can we do? What else can we do? So we got 3 pages done. Well, mostly done. How are we doing for time? Okay, let's do, I feel like doing some more sanding on this magazine paper. Just gonna rip it all around. So today we're just kind of doing like a creative play session using what's around us. Now if you rip towards you, you won't get the white edges. The white edges are the pieces that go away from you. So if you want the white, then I would rip the other way. But I don't want the white on this. All right, I feel that feels very forced floor to me. So let's do some sanding. Just going to move these over here for now. So let's sand that. I just would be careful not to sand your stencil. I do like how the image transfer looked over top for that Cheshire Cat one. That's kind of cool. So I like that. Just kind of looks sort of faded. So I feel like, what if we do like we did with this one, where we put the same pattern over top? Maybe in a gold? Let's do gold. Let's do gold. So we're going to use the jelly plate. So today we're combining sanding techniques with jelly printing. This already has a bit of gold on it. I'm not going to worry too much. And then when we put it on, we want to make sure it's not, we don't want to cover that. We want to kind of like have smaller lines, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not being very articulate today. Are you guys understanding what I'm doing, talking about? Am I just in my own little world here? I think I'll use this gold here. It's a bit, stays wet a little bit longer. This is the PBO iridescent precious gold. And you want a fair amount underneath because you want it to stay wet. And then let's pick it up just on this other gel plate we had. That was a leftover from last week, I think. Or no, that was from a while ago. So I mentioned earlier that I feel very fortunate that I reached 10,000 subscribers. It's very surprising, but I'm very grateful. And I will be doing a giveaway at some point once I'm sort of moved in and settled. So I'm also going to use a tissue would be good to get a little bit more off. But I'm just going to use a baby wipe just to kind of remove some of the extra. Okay, and then we're going to take this off. We're going to put this down. I think I'm going to do this so that I can place it so it's not to a different pattern. So we have multiple layers. Hi, Sherry. And I don't know if I want all the paint to transfer. I might want it to be a bit sketchy. So I think I'm going to lift it earlier than I would, just so that we can see underneath. So here we can see the sanding pattern, and then we see the repeat of the pattern in gold. So that's kind of neat. I'm wondering almost feeling like that would look cool added to this one. We could do that. And then we have this cool pattern left behind. And we can pick it up with another color because it's dry. Thanks, Star. Like I said, it's hard to believe. What's more important to me is you guys coming to my live streams and people watching the replays and the people make comments. And I really feel very fortunate to have you guys participate. Because it's all about sharing. To me, it's all about sharing. All right, let's wonder what color should we use for that. I'll let you guys pick. What color do you want me to pick that up with? You can't really see it, can you? Let me just put a black under it so you can see it. It would look nice on black. So that's what's left on the plate. We could do an ombre. I've got this glue dripping because I don't know where the lid is. Oh, I don't know where the lid is. Oh, there it is. I gotta find my glue stick too. Lime green with gold? Okay. Well, thanks, Carla. That means a lot to me. And magenta and purple. Let's use all three of those. Let's use lime green. That's lime greenish. Or, let me get my other paints. Lime green, magenta, and purple. Lime green. Magenta. Purple. Okay, so let's do this. We've got magenta and dioxazine purple in the fluids, and then this lime green in Artist Loft. And I'm going to rotate this way because, like I said, it's easier for me to brayer in one direction. So all right, so let's do green, purple, magenta. I haven't done the color combo. This is kind of a light green. It's close to lime green. I think this is more lime green. Maybe we'll add a little bit of this to it. I haven't done the PM Artist Studio Facebook Makers of Mixed Media. I haven't done their color combo this month. I've been too busy. What is the color combo this month? We'll do magenta. This will be an interesting color combo. I do like those color cubes. Oh, you guys can't see. Anybody seen Dede use the color cubes? I haven't really, I don't have any, but any of you guys use those color cubes? That's a piece of, can you guys hear that wind? It's crazy windy today. All right. Get that purple going first. There we go. This is going to be crazy. There we go. I think I have a bit too much green on there. I'm just going to go light, light. I think I need to clean my brayer. It's this might be an interesting landscape. All right, so let's pull it. Can you hear the wind, Sandra? Is that what you're saying, me too? You can hear the wind? All right. Darcy says she's not used the color cubes, but she has magazine spreads that have color schemes with paint buckets, Better Homes and Garden. Nice. And there's also design seeds you can get. Well, that's going to be pretty. I like it. You can get color combinations from Design Seeds on, I think they're on Instagram now. They used to have a website. I don't know if they still do. I'm just going to try to wash my hands here a little bit. Oh, you have the color cubes. Sorry, I forgot what question I asked. So Xander, you have the color cubes. I don't know if I've ever seen you use them. So Linda can hear the wind at her house because we live in the same area, but she says she can't hear it through my video. So that's good. So Sylvia in Norway is taking us with her to bed. Wow. Well, I hope you fall asleep and don't have nightmares after hearing my voice. Okay, let's let that dry. Let's work on this a smidge more. I just feel like I want to rip that down. It kind of makes a cool little hairstyle, hey? If we do that. It's like a bedhead. What if we make it like, this is kind of a little bit crazy. We'll see how it looks. I'm making this into like a little hairdo. There. There we go. So I call this collage Bad Hair Day. I'm amused by small things. So I think I would use matte medium to glue that all down. We could even give her bangs. Should we give her some bangs? There we go. Xander says, no, you'll have to, yeah, you'll have to use that. There. I like the bangs. I think the bangs work. Her forehead was too high. Okay. What time? 2. It's 2 here. So we've been on about, is it an hour and a half, I think, ish? Ooh, that was sloppy paint down here. Let me just wipe some of that green off. I had way too much green. Okay. Let's move that over here for a second. This is fun, just doing random collages, just seeing what happens. So that, we got this one. I feel like cutting that down. If you guys came in late, I did show some Happy Mail that I got. So some of it was from Dede. That's one of the things. She sent me some other stuff. I won. It all came at once, but it was from mostly from giveaways. And I showed some Happy Mail from Lisa Mingus, who is making it with Minglet. She sent me some awesome pages. You know what we didn't try is if we took a magazine image and we did the sanding technique, wiped it off, and then did an image transfer, how would that look? That would be interesting to try, wouldn't it? All right, that one's a fail. Just getting organized. That one's kind of cool, but not together with that. But we will put this away. I did the sanding over top of that oil pastel. That kind of worked. All right, and then we've got this pull, which I like those color combos too. All right, let's do that. Let's do one more. We'll do an image transfer, but we'll sand it first as a way of adding texture. Now, I think it has to be something very recognizable. Let me see if I can get like a Vogue magazine or something, but I know it's going to work. The only problem is I don't know where all my magazines are. Aha. Okay, I know this one works. This is Vanity Fair. Let's find something. This has got some good contrast here. We could just sand around her. I mean, you can always add the texture after, but just as an experiment. Let's add this chevrons kind of around her, and then we'll do a transfer and see what happens. It's kind of neat how it sort of extends the pattern on her skirt, I think. Guess I can move it, but and then I'll use a dry cloth to dust it off because I don't want to make the page wet. Okay. See what happens with that. Look at the one that's warmed up is the one that has this on it. So let's hope it's dry. Yeah, it's dry. Let's pull that. So that's cool. Good color choices, guys. Lime green, purple, and magenta. I wonder if we put her, that lime green is still wet. If we try to do a direct transfer where we do her in black and put her right on there, if we can have it stay wet. Let's try that. What the heck? We'll do green on the bottom. Just putting it under so that I remember what I'm doing and I can just kind of flip it over and do it right away. So let's use our ivory black because I haven't gotten used to that. Not ivory black. I haven't got used to the ivory black yet. So this one I just bought. I'm not used to it yet, so I'm going to use the Mars black because I'm more familiar with how this one functions. So we'll do a transfer. We'll try to do a direct placement. Oh, my bad hair lady's all falling apart. She's having a rough morning like I did. All right. And I'm hoping we'll get a hint of that chevron pattern from the sanding. Okay, fingers crossed. Try to get the bubbles out. Ooh, it worked. Her face is a little bit bubbly. Had a bit of a bubble there, but we're just going to go for it. She's got quite a splotch there. Maybe I'll just try to put a flower on her face or something. Let's try that. But we did get the chevrons. Hi, Mama Juju. Crafting on the back 40. That sounds fun. Sorry, it's so bouncy. I have to like, this isn't the usual table I use. The usual table I use is a lot more sturdy, so it doesn't bounce around as much. So there we have that. Now, once that's dry, I'm going to just dry it a bit. In theory, we should be able to sand off that paint. I'm going to try it again. Gonna try it again. Yeah, it's working. Just be careful you don't sand your stencil. So I'm not going right to the edge. What if you make this like a hill? I have an idea. Make this like a hill over here. And then we'll put that honeycomb one. That looked, to me, it looked kind of like stars. We'll kind of do that one kind of more randomly. I've done the, then kind of make some of them connect. As if they're constellations. Ooh, that's full of sandy. So that works pretty good. And then we can like kind of draw the hill, and then we can maybe collage something on top. I'm thinking I feel like this book has maybe some castles or something in it. We could add, what if we add, let's add this lady. Can you guys hear the wind now? Like it's really, really loud. Oh, I like that cat though. So the problem with these collage tape books is that they are double-sided, so you have to decide what you want. But what I usually try to do is I try to do an image transfer on one side so that I can use the other side. This one is chronological disorder or something. We have her. I kind of like that's kind of like a cool spaceship coming up. Let's cut this one out. I'm not really crazy about this background, the back edge of that page, so I'm just gonna, I don't know where my X-Acto knife is, so I'm just using scissors. So we're gonna have a few collages today. You guys can't hear that wind, wow. Okay, I'm gonna just cut this out. I think I'll rip the bottom though. I'm not as fast of a fussy cutter as Dede, but that's okay. I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream, Dede did some, well, she always does great collages. Last week she did an Alice in Wonderland collage that was really cool. I think I'm just go right to this part here that's more of a straight line. I'm gonna just not worry about all the detail there. I think I'm gonna kind of rip it or not. Let's kind of do. This is not a very, what do you call it? It's not a very symmetrical spaceship. I think these would be cool to put. Put that there. So again, if you do this sanding technique, I recommend wearing a mask because I feel like I can kind of taste it, like I said earlier. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I know that people come in and out at different times. Sherry says that she wobble cuts. Yeah, it was amazing to watch her do her Alice, the Alice collage. Any of her collages are amazing. She's very inspiring. She's one of my main role models that got me into doing collage. Was really watching Dede. Okay, then let's have this guy out. All right, so I see that kind of like we're going into space, and she's sort of stuck here on this planet. Should we fussy cut her, or should we just cut her out as a square? Should get rid of this piece of paper. Let's just cut her to the, we'll do the square thing. She does have this natural edge here. Maybe we'll do that hill in gold. Overlap that. Can't really see the hill now though. I'll bring it down. Put that there. We do that. Sorry, I'm getting all quiet here. Okay, so we'll finish this up and then I'll show what we did today and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so I think I would do something like that. But I'm going to glue it down later. So what do you guys think of that? Is that, okay, I would cut that off. Hi, Diane Messy Palette. Good day. So that's one collage in process using the sanding as the background. So I'll glue that together. I'll post it on Instagram. Maybe I should post things on my community tab. I'm not sure. And then we have our stuck our bad hair day lady. So I have to glue her down. Bad hair. So we have the double, the sanding, and then the stencil over top. This is the sanding. And we have, what else do we have? We have this to pull. What is this? Oh yeah, we have this transfer to the little, it's okay. We were testing to see if sanding the page gave us like a texture, and it did. We got this on top of a gold and ombre pull. This was sanding purple paint, then sanding it back with the stencil underneath. This is a National Geographic sanding using this little plate underneath. This was a pickup of the stencil. This is the birds that didn't really work. That was sanding on top of a print. This was a pickup of the stencil. And then we have our other collages here. We have this one. The body is electric, which has the sanding texture underneath. And then the black is in paint with the same stencil. A dinosaur eye. Which one's that? And then we have our We're All Mad here. Our image transfer over a sanded piece of Reader's Digest. So I think that's pretty good for today. I had fun. It's nice. I haven't really been able to do any arting Maybe I'll put this as my thumbnail. We'll do these three. Should we do these three as our thumbnail? I don't know. I'm not very good at thumbnails, but anyhow. Does anybody have any questions, comments? I always make this look easy. Well, that's good, Anne. I don't feel like I make it look easy. I'm going to have to do some glue in there. Oh, my stomach's growling. Thanks, Apple. Thanks, Teresa. The dinosaur eye is the one of the ombre. That was this one. I don't see the dinosaur eye. I think I'd have to see it on, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. So thanks for joining me today, Wednesday. I try to come on every Wednesday at 2:30 Eastern, and I never really know what I'm going to do until maybe a few days before. I do have some projects in June that I've sort of committed to, so I'm hoping those can be streams with the sandpaper and a stencil. I'll have to look back, Sylvie. I'm not sure. So thanks for coming, and have a great day, and don't worry about perfection. Just play, have fun. And that's, to me, that's the point, is to have fun. Thanks, Teresa. And don't forget to watch Eddie Makes Art. He did a video about sanding. I think Darcy, sounds like Darcy did. I'll have to look up hers. Kathy and Colleen did a great stream about sanding. Yes, do not sand your stencil. Sand on the paper on top of the stencil. Don't sand the stencil. That would damage it. So yeah, I was very careful. I'll probably get some comments about sanding my stencil, but I was very careful not to sand my stencil. All right. And thanks to Collage Soup for some of these fun images. This one's just from a magazine, but the other ones are from Collage Soup. And yeah, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.